Welcome to Fox Magazine. I'm Jamie Colby. Later in the show, our Fox News hosts sound off on the most controversial topics of the week, and also the man behind one of the greatest songs of all time. But first, I take you to India. While covering the tsunami disaster, I came upon an orphanage that has a basketball court, a soccer field, all being built by Americans for the orphans of India. It's a story of love, hard work, and in the end, a man who would not settle for anything less than complete success. It's a story you won't soon forget. This is a story about kids.
How are you?
Helping kids, about those who have, specifically 30 Cincinnati high schoolers who have traveled a world away, to those who are less fortunate.
What do you think the toughest part about being an orphan is?
Wow. I think not being able to, get a hug and a kiss from your parents at night. That's something that I think every kid needs when they're growing up.
I can't wait to help build a basketball court for them, and show them how we, an American game and teach them how to play. That's what I'm looking forward to.
1,000 orphans line up to greet their new friends. Known as Charity City, this orphanage is run by the Global Peace Initiative. Its founder, Dr.K.A.Paul. The property is a 325,000 square foot housing facility and education center in Hyderabad, India. Children with nowhere to go find a home here. Those high school students will not only build that basketball court, but spruce up a soccer field, and they've brought along their coach.
We come over feeling like we're going to be able to do a great thing. The kids are excited about being able to be nice and be encouraging, but we get blessed so much back by how sweet they are. We see that they've suffered through so many things and they're still happy. They can still give a smile back.
They couldn't believe it, that they actually have an actual soccer coach and soccer players to run their camp for them.
These young girls, orphans at an orphanage in central India, are looking past their own pain, opening their hearts and arms to take in up to 4,400 children orphaned in the tsunami. Carl Lindner III, philanthropist and an owner of the Cincinnati Reds, along with his wife Martha and son Matt, have brought the students here to see what they've been building for several years, Charity City, and these children's future. They've already built a school and dormitories, and now a better playground.
We all felt that, my wife in particular said, we have to do something. And we had this wonderful plane headed towards India, so we decided to work with Dr. Paul and Global Peace Initiative and feed the children to fill this plane with medical supplies and other supplies. And we're here outside of this great orphanage.
Lindner has also stocked this plane with 60,000 pounds of food, water, and antibiotics for tsunami victims in India and Sri Lanka, bringing along doctors and members of Knightsbridge International to help distribute the supplies to those who need it most.
We hit the target on all 9. I mean, I don't think we could have done it any better. All the things that could have gone wrong kind of started to go wrong and corrected themselves. It was a self-correcting mission. We had good people with us, Global Peace Initiative, Knightsbridge International working well together, and it worked out very well.
I think the people here in Sri Lanka need to feel that the world is behind them, that we support the recovery efforts. We need to help begin rebuilding the lives one step at a time, and reaching both the physicians and the people who have been affected by this is important.
And what do you think you accomplished today?
We made personal contact with the doctors here, not only the head of the medical clinic, but those who provide health care, to go over the kinds of medications they use so we can understand what is needed at the end point. What can we do to help change the way that the health care is being delivered here in terms of raising the ability to heal people from the damages, not only some of the patients we saw who are suffering from aspiration pneumonia, who breathed in the salt water and the debris into their lungs and now are infected. These people who survived this tragedy can now be supported by additional medical supplies. Those people who survived this tragedy can now step beyond this horrible, horrible occasion and begin rebuilding their lives.
The students have quickly learned this mission will happen the old-fashioned way, one bucket of cement at a time. And before they head home, these students see what they've really accomplished, helping kids who will likely live here till they're 18 truly smile. It's a week none of these children, including those teens from America and the children here, will forget.
The fields are great, having the goals are wonderful, but the biggest thing is the interaction with the kids, actually telling kids who have been told by the world or been told by their situations that they may not be worthwhile. We can come back and say, no, you are. We care about you. You are worthwhile.
I am here, to love them for this week, but, I have to, keep in perspective that, I am leaving in 6 days, and, they need to know that as well.
This is a place full of people not easy to leave. Perhaps they'll come back. Even the pictures you've seen of the devastation from the tsunami cannot really describe how much so many have suffered. Do you think America is doing enough to aid the tsunami victims? Email us, let us know what you think at foxmagazine@foxnews.com.